love her. I love Kyoshi.
So that's amazing. So here he had it penned out. He wanted you for this role.
Thankfully, yeah, that he saw me in the role, I guess, from what we worked on together before, and again, I'm just really grateful that he did because what a show and what a character.
Mm. So what drew you to this role of Kyoshi, especially going from like, an animation to like a live action now?
Well, I mean, as any fan of the original cartoon would say, it's an incredible cartoon.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. The story and the characters are rich. Kyoshi books are phenomenal. Like they're such good reads. If anyone hasn't read them, I highly recommend it. And she's a rich character with
Yeah.
a really interesting story. Um, so I mean, it's a no-brainer, right?
Right, right. And what's funny too, like I was doing a research on this character too, and they said there's a lot of like there's kind of like a little spin-off about her, but not too much. Like, would you ever consider something like that with this
Of
character?
course I would. I mean, I don't know if any of that would be in the plan. I know some fans have said that they would love to see that. I would love to see that as a fan of myself. Um, yeah, of course I would. Of course I would consider it.
Yeah. Now, how did you prepare to play a role like this?
I so I rewatched the series
Okay.
because for me it was really important that she served that story and what needed to be done for what I call the era of Aang. It has to be about this and giving the the credence and the attention deserved on the original um book 1, 2, and 3 of how she was portrayed in that. I reread the books as well to really get a sense of her and then to understand what facets of her would serve best in this story of where she's coming from in her time with Aang. Um so that's how I prepared for it. And then on top of that, like going in and putting on the costume and the makeup really just sealed the deal for me. I mean, it was so fun to actually step into the skin of who she is.
Mm.
And that's how I kind of figure it, the costume and the makeup is the skin of the character. So that really just rounded it all out.
How was the collaboration with with Michael? Like, did you have any input on the character, like certain things to add or take away from the book or the old series or vice
Well, what
versa with him?
what's really lovely is that I mean, I talked to Albert as well, the showrunner,
Okay.
and he had a really lovely chat with me right before we started the series, and we discussed, how she'd be coming in, what she'd be looking like. But he was great. Like they're just so open to collaboration, and on the day, it was kind of like just feeling in the moment of what felt right for the situation,
Mm.
and what Aang would need to hear at that time, given the pressure of what was happening to Kyoshi Island at the time that we were talking and
Yeah.
what would really propel him to do what he needs to do. So that's how we kind of came to the decision of what how Kyoshi would be presented, as a first run for episode 2.
Mm. So Kiyoshi, what's great about her is like her strength. We said earlier, wisdom. I wrote some things down here for you, like problem solving. Like, what did you like about her qualities, the portrayal of this character?
Oh, there's so much. I mean, I mean, honestly, I could go on for a long
Yeah.
time because in the books too, it really shows her from her characterization is really fleshed out there, but it goes from her being, you know, from a house girl,
Mm.
servicing in the mansion to how she develops when she finally learns that she is the Avatar to her crazy, I guess, introduction to Avatar Hood. She had to do and go through a lot of turmoil in order to understand what her role was as the Avatar. Um, and then she had a lot of like great people that came into her life. I don't want to spoil the book for
Right. Yeah. I don't
anybody.
want
I
to give
think
out too many
people
spoilers. Yeah.
should
Yeah.
just really want read it because it's so great.